Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. A man's shoes are more than for show. Let me say that again. Now I'm gonna go deep with y'all. Cause I always talk about the shoe game and Rom's a shoe hound. But they more than just for show. They actually affect your mindset and how you present yourself psychologically. Now, I'm not the first person to say this. Let me give credit to, I saw this in legendary, also controversial book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. It might have been, it was in one of her books because she also wrote The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. Now that I think about it, it might have been one of them by Sherazade Ali. And it was something she said about the type of shoes a man wears. Like when he wears hard-soled shoes, his mindset is in a more serious manner, or more serious manner than if he's wearing some athletic shoes. And that's the importance. What you wear on your feet affects the rest of you, just on a psychological basis. And I thought about this. You know what? I thought about this few years ago. Now, y'all know I do, I do stuff online, but I definitely do stuff in the public. I actually speak to people. I don't necessarily announce it. I might have different groups, private groups, have me to come in and speak. They actually pay me. I don't advertise it, though. That's the thing. I mean, the only thing y'all might know about is when I do the self-improvement summits with the Honorable C. Boogie, right? So when I'm doing it was years ago, and I was about to do something that was going to be on a local radio station in the D.C. area. And I remember I had on hard-soled shoes and was walking around this mall before the event. And I thought about it. I was like, man, I'm like walking like I'm ready to go to war. Because you got to step a certain way. It affects you a certain way. If people who are familiar with reflexology knows, the soles of your feet affect parts of your body. There's a connection. So it's going to affect how you walk, how you present yourself. So say you have on hard-soled shoes. You're not going to walk the same way, especially since a lot of them ain't built for walking anyway. Walking a lot. They built for looking good, moving around a little bit. So if you're walking around in a long space, you're going to walk a certain way. You're going to carry yourself a certain way. Versus if you just have on like maybe some of the stylish athletic shoes, which a lot of people don't even play sports in them. They just for style. You walking around, behaving a certain way, carrying yourself a certain way. Or if you're wearing some run-over shoes. They dirty, messed up or something, you're going to carry yourself another way. It's all about that not just the presentation, but how does it affect your mindset? Think about it. I want you to think about it. You got a pair of $200 shoes. You're not going to go out be like all goofy and everything. You're going to walk a certain way. You're going to watch how you step. You're going to be very concerned, but then you're going to be more serious, man, because if you're wearing some $200 shoes, dress shoes, you're probably doing like maybe a business presentation or something, or you might be going someplace fancy on a date. Or even that's different. Usually if you're going on a date or something, you got a different style, but it affects how you think. Indeed, you can read a lot about somebody about what type of shoes they wearing. Yeah, and the style of shoes, or even boots or something. Like a lot of people wear Timbs, and people don't realize Timbs are more for work anyway, like the regular Timbs. But that gives that working class type of thing. When you see a man, he's more working class. What he got on? He got on work boots. But that communicates, hey, the dude work with his hands. The dude don't mind getting dirty or anything. And that affects your mindset when you got those boots for working. Not Timbs or something like that for style, but for working. You're about to get to work. And your mindset reflects that because you ain't going to be doing some major work in some dress shoes, all right? You ain't going to be building, getting your hands dirty and all that in some dress shoes or even some athletic shoes. Or then when you're in that athletic shoes, you walking with those or maybe some good walking shoes. You're more relaxed. Your movement is different. Seriously, pay attention. Like, go out when y'all see guys and check out their shoes. Check out how they're moving. Check out how they're moving. Like, and really, I say the shoes, but even the clothing and everything. You know, when somebody got on those nice shoes and a suit, they walk different. Like I knew this dude, and this dude actually makes legitimate money, like a minimum six figures. This dude had bought his wife like a $65,000 truck with cash. But the thing was with this dude, when I first met him, he had on, well, he looked like an old hip hop head, seriously, because he's a little bit older than me, but you saw him, he looked like a dude who was going to, who hadn't let his youth go. But that's how he was moving around. That's how he was behaving. But then when I've seen him sometimes in a full suit or something, his whole demeanor was changed. And that's very important because it does affect you psychologically. Like, it's important the type of shoes you wear and everything. Affects how you carry yourself. That's a lesson I taught my sons. Because, like my oldest son, he ain't a clothes hound. He's not a clothes hound. He'll wear something until it just can't be worn anymore. He'll put on the first three things he step on. That's just him. But I started working with him. I said, okay, dude, I know you like these shoes, but they got a couple rips in them. Come on, man. And I changed him, and I noticed a slight change in his behavior. I started changing up some of the stuff because he's the type who wears just a T-shirt, sweats, raggedy shoes and stuff. I started changing his stuff up. And I noticed there's a change in how he carrying himself. So, and all I did, he's still young. He's still wearing some athletic shoes, but they nice shoes because he started picking out his own, and he started picking out the nicer ones instead of just the kick around ones. I was like, okay, all right. My youngest son, though, he can be a little too stylish when he wants to be, right? But it affects your mindset. And that's very important. Seriously, take care of your shoes because, look, even if it's not even just for the style, remember, like I said, and any reflexologist who listens to this podcast can verify what I'm saying. Your feet are very important. The soles of your feet, there's a point on your foot that corresponds to a part in your body. So you need to be comfortable at the very least. You need to be comfortable because if you're comfortable, then you can think. When you can think, you can solve stuff. You can move through life with authority. You have the right mindset, but you got to have the right shoes. Now, like I said, I'm a shoe hound, but that's because, as I've told people, I've been in a very poor environment. I remember when I was young, I had those run-over shoes. I had those run-over busted shoes. So I'm funny about shoes. I got shoes I've worn maybe one or two times in my closet and they ain't going anywhere. I'm real funny. If I get the slightest lean on my heel, the slightest, I either get a new pair of shoes or get the heel replaced depending on the shoe. That's how I am. And I'll keep them just if I got to do some dirty work, but my shoes got to have that heel right. If it get the slightest thing, I can't mess with it no more. Because I've been in the other side of that. Your shoes are important. How your feet feel are key. So, anyway, I want y'all to think about that, okay? It affects your mindset because you got to stand on them. It's supporting you. So, your shoes are very important. Like I said, even more so just for what you're doing in them, how comfortable they are and everything else. How they look and everything. That's actually secondary to the overall picture, to be honest with you. How they look. Don't get a stylish pair of shoes, but then you got a certain mindset that's not good for you while you're wearing them. All right? So that's all I got for today, y'all. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.